These are the best and worst album covers of 2024. Now, usually I would separate the best and worst album covers into two separate videos, but this year, from all the albums that I've listened to, there weren't that many bad album covers, to be honest with you guys. So it didn't make sense to make a separate video for the worst album covers when I only really had 5 covers that I thought were the worst. And for the best album covers of 2024, I have 15 album covers that I want to talk about. So I decided to just put all these into one video. Now, the way I chose the best and worst album covers, I based it off of all the albums that I listened to this year. So I wasn't going to go out my way to choose just bad album covers. I had to listen to it first to be able to judge it, I guess. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get the worst album covers out of the way so we could give time to the best album covers of the year. So the first one I want to talk about is Vultures 1 by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign. Ye and Ty Dolla $ign could have done better. I know that Ty Dolla $ign was on the cover of Vultures 2, but it's still weird to just have Ye and his wife be on the first cover and not Ty Dolla $ign. Like, it is a collab album. That to me doesn't make sense. And plus, they could have chosen a better album cover than this. Ye recently hasn't been picking good album covers. Kissy Ghost was probably his best album cover since I want to say Jesus, or actually The Life of Pablo. I think The Life of Pablo and Kissy Ghost were good. Ye, I've come to appreciate the cover, even though he did take it last minute, but I still fuck with it. And then Jesus is King obviously was the vinyl. I don't really care too much for it, even though I still fuck with it. And then Donda, it's just a blank cover. And then Vultures 1, this cover is just not it. Party Next Door 4, this is the actual cover. Yeah, it doesn't make sense when you have Party Next Door 1, 2, and 3 with his face on it, and then just 4 being this. It just doesn't make sense. Like, if you were to name this album something besides Party Next Door 4, then I would have liked it more. But since it's called Party Next Door 4, it just doesn't look good with all the other Party Next Door album. All right, the next album is Freak Show by G-Eazy. Now, this cover isn't bad, but it isn't good. And honestly, I forgot the album came out until I went back to it. I was like, yo, this cover is pretty bad, and forgot that G-Eazy dropped an album this year. Don't Forget to Breathe by Buddy. This album is very underrated, but the cover is trash. I feel like Buddy could have done better picking the album cover. It just looks cheap. Like, it just looks like if this was a movie, I probably wouldn't watch it. If I saw this album cover and I didn't know who Buddy was, I probably wouldn't have checked out the project. But I know who Buddy is, and he does make good music, and this project is no exception. But the album cover could have been better. Trench by Audrey Nuna. This is hands down the worst album cover of the year. I just don't like it. It isn't something that I want to be staring at when I play the album. Still a solid project. Definitely recommend checking out the project. All right, so there we have it, guys. The worst album covers of 2024. Let's get into the best album covers of 2024. I'm just going to go ahead and list them off. All these covers are great. So the first one is GNX by Kendrick Lamar. Simple. It does the job, and it also looks hard. Underdress at the Symphony by Faye Webster. I have this project on vinyl. It fits the theme of the album, and it also fit her tour and her merch. I love when artists fit the album cover with their theme of the album or with their title of the album. Better Off Alone by A Boogie with the Hoodie. Bad album, but good album cover. I feel like A Boogie always has good album covers. You know, this just reminds me of Spider-Man, so I guess that's why I like it. 2-star in the Dream Police, which I do have here in the background. I'm not sure if you guys can see. But yeah. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but I think it just does the job because it fits with the sound of the music. Like, every time I hear this album, I always think about this. And also his music videos, they fit with the album and the sound. His tour too, I also did see Mickey earlier this year, and I had a great time. 1-800 Fantasy, another project that is very underrated, but I fuck with it heavy. Fits the theme of the project and the name of the project as well. And I love the setting too. It's very beautiful. I would love to own this on vinyl for sure. Submarine by the Marias. This one fits, again, the theme and the title of the album, so I like it. I Laid Down My Life For You. I also have this one on vinyl. It's one of jpeg's Mafia's best album covers for sure, especially the the Ultimate Edition. I fuck with that. 10 Days by Fred again. This is another album that I enjoy. I am a sucker for Blue Skies, so I had to put this one up here. Ultra 85, although the album wasn't all that, the cover I actually do enjoy. It almost makes me want to buy the vinyl just because of the cover, but I'm not going. Bad Cameo by James Blake. and Lil Yachty. I like it because it kind of fits with the title. Nobody really expected a collab album from Lil Yachty and James Blake, and nobody really asked for it. But I'm glad they did it because it's one of my favorite projects of the year, and this cover, it makes sense. I fuck with it. Nintendo Soul, I like how this project looks like it's painted on. It's another one that I am probably going to own on vinyl. Don't Grow Up Too Soon, this is another album that it looks like they painted on. It's just kids playing on the sand. So, it fits with the theme of the album. I like when artists fit the album cover with the theme and the title of the project. So We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin. Both these projects are iconic album covers, so I had to put these on here. Both projects are great, honestly. Last but not least, it's gonna be Hearthstone Psycho by Don Tolliver. This is another cover that I fuck with just because, like I said, it fits with the theme of the album. His album rollout, his tour, all centered around this theme about him and a bike gang and stuff. The sound of the album fits with the album cover, honestly. And even the sound fits with the album cover. So these are the best album covers of the year. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and stay tuned for the best songs of the year and best albums of 2024. Until next time.